Ladies and gentlemen, HEX community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's HEX Update Saturday, which today's actually Sunday the 30th. It's been kind of a crazy weekend, and I just didn't have time yesterday to do HEX Update Saturday, so we're going to do it today. Reason it's later in the day is because I participated in the VIP tournament, which it sounds like participation was pretty low. A lot of people are speculating because the current meta in Constructed is BS, to make it simple. If you're not familiar with one of the more powerful decks, it uses the Tatiana's Majesty card, and basically when you drop that, you can get the Walking Calamity out, and as soon as it comes into play, it hits you for 10, and then it swings for 10. It has speed. I came up against one of those in the VIP tournament, and there's nothing you can do. I was wrecked. So I was heavily distracted during the VIP tournament, so I only actually ended up winning one round. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I just kind of wanted to see, what Constructed looked like, and there's a Sapphire Wild deck that I really like. It's a really nice deck. It leaves a lot of card draw, and it uses the champion that puts cards back into their deck from your graveyard. I like that deck a lot. I actually ran into that one Friday night when I was just doing some testing with the deck I was putting together. The deck I used wasn't horrible. It just needs some more tuning. So I'll show you guys the deck in a little bit here, but first of all, let's get on to the update. What do we have here? We have HEX Update, Do You Copy? And it's an article here just talking about the difference between copying and replicas. If you haven't read this, it's a pretty decent read. They give some examples on how replicas work and how copies work. So basically what it comes down to is a replica. Replicas have no threshold and therefore are shardless. Replicas are artifacts in addition to the other card type. If the replica is a troop, it gains the troop types robot and replica. If the original card was unique, the replica is not. If the original card has a gem in it, the gem is also socketed into the replica. The replica does not copy any modifiers on the card. This includes transformation history. So if you're a little bit confused on the difference between replicas and copies, I suggest, just giving this whole article a read through. I won't read it all, just to give you a little more awareness on what's actually going on there. Now, copies, on the other hand, are a little different. Copies, how HEX explains it, copies are always created or transformed into the copied target's current state. Copies get all modifiers that the copied card had, except all of those modifiers are kept with a permanent duration. Copied cards have the same cost, threshold, attack, defense, and powers of the original card. One-shot powers are not restored to the copy if the original card has used its one-shot power already. Like replicas, troops copied are socketed with the gems of the original one. If the copy has any targets, you may choose new targets for that copy. A good example of that one would be, let's just say you play the Carnosaurus, I think it is, the 5 triple wild threshold dinosaur that comes into play and it can battle 2 troops. So if you play that card with Periwinkle out, the first one you target 2 troops, you kill them or do whatever you gotta do with them, then the next one, after the first one resolves, the next one, again, you get to target 2 troops with that one. So that's kind of an easy way to think about copy. And then when it's talking about target new troops, if the original was unique, the copy is unique. That's something different about the actual copy. A copy is an actual physical copy, not just kind of a pieced together replica, like the dwarfs like to say, of the original. Troops that are copied are independent from their source once they're created or transformed. What they're basically talking about there is if you modify one, the copy is not going to get modified, or vice versa. So one thing they talk about here that's really interesting is they use Heart of the Wrathwood. So that's Heart of the Wrathwood's base stats are 0/0 for attack. For a 6-cost troop of triple wild threshold given to the copy. Thus, the copy has 10 tanks. They're talking about you have 10 permanent resources in hand right now, and they're using Periwinkle here. So you have 10 resources, permanent resources. You cast this with Periwinkle out there. So the first one gets created. So it becomes a 10-10, and then thanks to the copy rule number two permanently, the next one that resolves is going to be copied off the first one, which already has a 10-10 base attack and defense. So the second one coming out would actually be a 20-20, since it just copies the first one, then checks your threshold. Where a replica would not do that. So it's really cool. I'm going to link this in the description, obviously, so you guys can check it out at your leisure. Suggest you do. It's really good to read about that. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, there's a stress test tournament on September 5th, next Saturday. So if you want to participate in that, you certainly can. It looks like it isn't going to cost you anything. It's going to be on the live servers, not on the test server. And if you win, if you get first place, you get 150 booster packs of Armies of Myth. That is insane. It is going to be constructed, all set, so being that's 150 booster packs, I'm sure we'll see more Tatiana's Majesty decks out there. So, anyway, what did I get? Yeah, I only got one win, so I got 2 packs. Nothing to worry about there. So, speaking of next Saturday, again, HEX Update Saturday will be on Sunday next week, as I will be out of town coming this weekend. So, before, back in the day, they used to do their updates on Wednesday, which made it really easy. If I was going to be gone that weekend, I would just record it on Friday and then just publish it on Saturday because I had all the information. Now they wait so late on Friday afternoon to post some of the information that I just don't have time to do it if I'm leaving for the weekend. So yeah, that is the Do You Copy article there. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and let's go into the game. Take a look at that. Show you the deck that I was trying to pilot. Like I said, it needs a little bit of work, but I like to call it a dinosaur. It's all about dinosaurs. I call it Dino. Nothing special about it. And the card that it's focused around is Savage Lord. So here's what it looks like. That's not what it looks like. Not that one. Let's load one up here. Dino. Okay. So we have some standard stuff here. We have 4 Halloween Braves, 2 Pack Raptors, 4 Senseis for some card draw, and we have 4 Carnosauruses. These ones, do battle themselves. The Crocosaur, that's one I was talking about earlier, Crocosaur. So maybe this one here does, battles a troop, and you can gain 2 health. Lyricalist to help out with the threshold ramping, so we can get into some of that bigger stuff if we don't have some other cards out yet. Ruby Enchantress, this was kind of like this. This works if it's out and then your dinosaurs are coming out, because then they all have Swift Strike. Like I said, the basic card, the card here we're talking about is Savage Lord. It says at the start of your turn, if the top card of your deck is a dinosaur, put it into play. Dinosaur troops you control have speed. So it was a main focus around that. So we have a lot of dinosaurs. We have the Pack Raptors, which create the dinosaurs. We have the Carnosaurus, which is a dinosaur. Gigantosaurus, Smashodon, Tyrannosaurus Hex, Crocosaur, all dinosaurs. Problem is, if you don't get this out soon enough, you're kind of boned. So it needs a little more card draw, and you don't want to drop Pack Raptor down first before you have Savage Lord, because then you're just piling your deck full of Pack Raptors while you're looking for Savage Lord. A couple Periwinkles just to make a copy. Now, one thing to note is that when this happens, when this triggers, that does not trigger Periwinkle. I was kind of disappointed, that didn't happen. But that's okay. Because Periwinkle is when you play a card, not when one comes into play. So it actually has to come from your hand, which is still okay. That's not a problem at all. So yeah, that was what I was trying to pilot there. The sideboard was, okay. We had Turbulence, Nature Reigns, Winds of Change, Survival of the Fittest. I put 1 Lunge in there. Nature's Resolve, a Storm Drummer, Return to Soil, and then this I put in there as a late card. Maybe, for this is some card draw, but I never did actually use it. It is a 6 cost. Plus, it would copy if Periwinkle's out, and I wouldn't really want to do that, because if I had a Gigantosaur out and I'd throw that down, I'd be drawing like 14 cards, and I don't know about that. So I never did use it. That probably could come out of there. Probably could use some blue, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, this thing needs to be tuned a little bit. In the Proving Grounds, just playing random players, I probably went 50-50, maybe 60%. I don't know. But that's kind of tough to say if that's good or bad, playing out there. But so that was that. Just thought I'd throw that together, something to not be Tatiana's Majesty, so. Let's see, now let's go ahead. Oh yeah, by the way, it's Primal Pack time. It's the end of the month, the VIP tournament. Here comes the Primal Pack. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's crack that baby open. Do we have to save changes? No, I don't want to save any changes. Okay, crack open some packs. Not packs, pack. Primal Pack, here we go. What are we gonna get? I bet you we get 2 legendaries. Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright, so what do we have here? We have, starting with the legendaries, we have Eternal Sage, and we have Indigo Dreamwalker. I think Eternal Sage is pretty cool because it can be used basically in any deck and it's going to benefit from it. Indigo Dreamwalker, it's a prophecy card. When this enters play, the next card in your deck with cost 1 or greater gets you can play this for free, so that's pretty cool. I like that one. Charge Colossus. When this enters play, gain 8 charges. Now, Grant's Gift, this is actually in one of the AI decks. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. Transform charge. No, there's another one, something about Grant's Gift. That dude just wrecks you. Tough to deal with. I forget what it's called. Anyway, Vampire Princess, there you go. Howling Brave Bluegrass. Let me blow this up here. Howling Plains Bluegrass, a Blam Sack, Valiant Escort, Harbinger of Haster, Slaughtergear's Innovation, Houndmaster of Ardavos, Guru of the Wounded Petal, Wunica Crowfeather, Zakir's Whim, and finally Mindpire. So that is this month's Primal Pack. Not too bad. You know, I like Primal Packs. They usually all can have at least a couple good cards. I mean, this one's decent. You know, this one's pretty good. This one's not bad. You know, I mean, so there's some pretty decent stuff in there. So I'll stash that away. So that is this week's HEX Update Saturday/Sunday. So let me know what your top 5 picks are in the comments down below. If you want to let me know something else about the show, give me a comment. Or maybe you want to let me know something about my deck, whether it's a piece of crap, playing dinosaurs is stupid, or like, hey, you know what, maybe you should try this. We will be starting deck tech sometime in the future. I don't know when. Probably should have saved that one for that, but I kind of wanted to show you guys that one. Just something different. I'm like, oh yeah. So it is what it is. So other than that, if you like the show, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these, be sure to click subscribe down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.